Every single day, thousands of traders log into their platforms with hope. And every single day, the same story repeats: blown accounts, liquidated dreams, and frustration that feels endless. But here's the truth few dare to say: you are not losing because you're stupid. You're losing because the market was engineered to make you lose. The very system you're trading in was designed by institutions, banks, and hedge funds, not for your success, but for their survival and profit. Thank you to every new subscriber who has joined this community, and deep gratitude to our returning viewers. You are the reason Rise from Zero exists. Stay with us until the very end of this video, because what you're about to discover will change the way you see the financial markets forever. This is Rise from Zero. Subscribe now, because here we don't sell dreams. We expose the truth about Forex, the financial markets, and how to break free from illusions. The theme of today's video is simple, yet brutal. The real reason you keep blowing your account is because the game you're playing was never built for you to win. This isn't about bad psychology. It's not about your discipline. It's not even about the strategy you use. It's about a financial market ecosystem that operates on liquidity, manipulation, and institutional control. At Rise from Zero, we share only facts. No motivational fluff, no recycled strategies, no gimmicks. What you hear today is backed by history, institutional behavior, and the very mechanics that drive the market. And once you understand this system, you'll see why retail traders keep losing and why institutions keep winning. First, let's dissect the hidden role of liquidity. Liquidity is not just a market term. It is the lifeblood of the financial system. Banks need it, hedge funds crave it, and retail traders provide it. Every time you place a trade, your stop loss becomes liquidity. Your impatience, your predictability. It's the fuel that institutions harvest. For historical proof, look no further than the 1992 Black Wednesday crisis, where George Soros shorted the British pound. While retail traders thought they saw opportunity, Soros and the institutional players saw one thing: a massive pool of liquidity. Billions were made by them, not by the crowd. Until you see yourself as liquidity, you will keep being the hunted, not the hunter. Thank you to our new subscribers. And to our loyal subscribers, your time here means everything. Stay with us. The next sections reveal even darker truths. Now, let's uncover how banks truly move the market. The myth is that the market is a free battlefield. The truth? It's a controlled auction run by banks. They don't predict. They create movement. They don't wait. They engineer supply and demand zones. Consider this case study: JP Morgan's staggering $920 million fine in 2020 for manipulating gold and silver futures. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's a documented fact. Banks don't trade like you. They set elaborate traps, and unsuspecting retail traders walk straight into them, funding the institution's profits with their losses. So why do retail traders lose? Ask yourself this: why do an estimated 90% of retail traders consistently lose their money? The answer is because retail education feeds them a constant diet of illusions. Indicators, trend lines, and moving averages, they all lag behind the price. Institutions know this, and they exploit this lag with ruthless efficiency. The evidence is overwhelming. In 2019, the European Securities and Markets Authority, ESMA, reported that between 74% and 89% of retail CFD traders lose money. This is not accidental, it is systemic. The retail trader is programmed to fail, while institutions are programmed to win. If you're ready to rise above these illusions, subscribe to Rise from Zero. This is where the cycle of retail failure breaks, and the truth begins. This brings us to the debate: market psychology versus market structure. Psychology matters, but psychology alone will not save you. Why? Because psychology doesn't change the fundamental architecture of the market. Consider the story of 2008. During the global financial crisis, even the most disciplined traders lost everything. Their discipline was irrelevant because the market structure changed overnight. Institutions had to rebalance risk, and retail accounts were the collateral damage. You must control your psychology, yes, but you must master market structure first, or your psychology will inevitably collapse right along with your account. To do that, you need to understand the institutional playbook. Banks trade differently. Their entire playbook is built on concepts you were never taught. Liquidity hunts, also known as stop-loss rates, order blocks, which are zones where institutions enter massive positions, and manipulation cycles, the false moves designed to mislead the crowd before the true move begins. A classic case study is the Swiss franc unpegging in 2015. While retail accounts evaporated in an instant, institutions that understood the underlying market dynamics profited massively. If you don't study the institutional playbook, you're not just playing at a disadvantage, you're not even playing the same game. Let's talk about the truth about stop losses. They don't protect you, they expose you. Institutions know exactly where the retail crowd places their stops. Think of it this way: your stop losses are not shields. They are brightly lit roadmaps pointing directly to pools of liquidity. Your losses are not unfortunate accidents. They are engineered extractions. Again, thank you to every subscriber, both new and returning. You're building a movement of traders who refuse to be fooled. Stay until the end. What comes next is critical. So, how can you start to think like the institutions? You can't copy banks. You don't have their capital or their influence. But you can learn their logic. Institutions think in terms of liquidity zones, accumulation, and distribution. They don't chase the price. They control the flow of orders. The lesson here is to shift your mindset from prediction to understanding manipulation. Once you stop reacting to what has already happened and start anticipating what is being engineered to happen, you align yourself much closer to the real game. The goal isn't to outtrade the banks. It's to stop being their predictable prey. This leads us to the path forward. Here's the hard truth. Most traders will never escape the retail cycle of boom and bust. But you can, if you accept the system for what it is and adapt. The steps forward are clear. Study institutional behavior, not recycled retail strategies. Track liquidity zones, not meaningless trend lines. Focus on the unfiltered truth, not the marketing hype. Your path to survival begins the moment you stop chasing shortcuts and finally face reality. We began with a brutal truth. The reason you keep blowing accounts is because the market was designed that way. Liquidity is harvested from your account. Institutions move the market against you. And standard retail education is designed to keep you blind. But now you see the truth. And truth is the first weapon against deception. Thank you to every subscriber who stayed until the very end. Your time and attention prove you're serious about true transformation. Subscribe to Rise from Zero. Share this video with other traders who need to wake up. Together, we rise, not by chance, but by truth. At Rise from Zero, we don't chase illusions. We chase the truth. We chase results. We chase the financial future. Stay with us, because the next generation of traders belongs to those who rise from nothing and finally understand the real truth of the markets.